Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thanks for waiting for me. Wow, 9 likes already. This is like a record for just starting off. While you're in the chat, as we wait for a couple people to come in now, why don't you type in where you are coming from today? I'd love to know where you're watching from today, whether you are local like me, around the country, or around the world. Let me know, and I would love to see it. Just checking something right now, making sure that I see everything. Okay, as they're coming in, yeah, I appreciate you guys being here on a Sunday. And I can't believe that we are at the end of May already. So let's get going. And not a full, I wouldn't say a full show. You see the usual pretty standard lineup that we have tonight. But yeah, back to normal after a wonderful chat with Dan Russell on Wednesday night. So if you weren't here for my live stream on Wednesday, and or you haven't seen the interview I did with legendary sports talk radio host Dan Russell, make sure you check it out on my YouTube channel. It is there, and it was a wonderful. We had a good crowd on Wednesday night. Had a lot of good questions and a lot of really great feedback for Dan. And I know we've talked a couple times since, and he was very happy with how it went. So hello, everyone. I am Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary, my weekly Sunday night live stream for Sunday night, May the 29th. Oh, interesting. Justin is in Delta today. Very good. Well, I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you are here. And I appreciate everyone here, not just Justin, but everyone that is here. Had a busy day and a busy weekend, actually. I'll get into that in a second. But now we can chat and hang out for the next hour or so. So again, a shout out to my moderators once right from the start. Thank you, Coach Rob, for putting the rules in. If it's sexist, homophobic, racist, ableist in another language or spam, delete it, moderators. If you're not sure, if you don't agree, let it go as long as it's respectful, and we will have a good time from there. So moderators, thank you as always. Thank you to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. Here, Hall of Fame member smoovegroove just joined them this week. I had my one-on-one chat with smoovegroove today, and he's already lost 4 pounds in the first 4 days, which is pretty exciting. So I'm happy for him. And yeah, if you're looking to get your beach body intact, make sure you contact Patrick and use that link as you see there, performandtransform.ca/CanuckClay. To Jason Lim and his team at Van City Experts, I appreciate them as always, and thank you for their sponsorship as always. Gassy Jack Art, maker of the fine artwork, and Monkey 9 Brewing, my eternal sponsor. Thank you. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you for your support. Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, smoovegroove, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always. And thanks to Franchise, to All-Star members. As you know, I'm as of July 1, I am shrinking down the membership tiers and adding more perks. So think of it as contracting in one way, but expanding in another way. And I'll be sharing more about that throughout the month of June as I finalize things. Also going to have a couple cool announcements for the month of June, especially once I get to the 9,000K mark. I'm only 24 subscribers away. You can see I'm at 8976. Once I get to 9K, the very next live stream I will do a giveaway, as well as announce some pretty cool things that I have lined up for the summer. Okay. And no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my neighborhood in Seifried, in Richmond, in the city, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I know that you could be watching, doing anything else, but the fact that you're here with me now means a lot, especially when the Canucks aren't playing. So like the video, like the fact that we are together, like the fact that we are hanging out, like the fact that Team Canada won a medal today, even though it wasn't the right color, and like the fact that we are about to see an amazing Colorado and Edmonton series kicking off later this week. So like the video and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. I appreciate you very much. And like I said, like I always say, I think we're building the best and most positive Canucks community here on YouTube. All right, give me 5 minutes to do a quick intro, quick wrap up of my week and weekend, and then I will get to your questions. So hang on to your questions. Until then, for sure. And then I will get to them. I'll make sure that I stay on top of them tonight, and I'll answer things quickly and smoothly. But don't type anything in yet, because I'm simply not going to read it. Okay, my weekend, Friday night I worked. Saturday I saw Hamilton during the day. Saturday night saw my friend Maria sing, and then played a bit in the casino. And then today had 6 one-on-one chats for my Legend and Hall of Fame members. So it's been and then I went to Mass tonight. So it's been a full weekend, but it was a good weekend. Team Canada lost to Finland 4-3 in overtime. Yes, I saw Eli mention a phantom call, but then a great comeback by Canada at the end of the third period, all to lose it in overtime on another penalty. So if you want Team Canada to win, obviously you'd be disappointed, but there are no Canucks players on Team Canada, whereas you had Juho Lammikko on the Team Finland that won the gold medal. So I guess we'd be happy either way. Obviously, if Canada won, I'd be very happy, but I'm happy for Juho Lammikko as well. And then 3 Canucks topics that I talked about throughout the week. So I had a slow week vlogging, and I'll get back to going daily, hopefully starting tomorrow. Yes, starting with the Ask Me Anything that I usually do on Sunday, but it was a pretty busy day today, so I'll do my Ask Me Anything vlog tomorrow. And but 3 things that I did vlog about this week. The first one was a report that Alex Chiasson was looking to play in Switzerland. Report that his agent immediately refuted. So we'll see. I actually don't think there's a spot for Chiasson on this team next season, because I think you have guys like Lockwood and others that want to earn a spot. And by my count, I think you can get away without Chiasson if you have Miller, Horvat, Besser, Petey, Pearson, Garland, Dickinson, Hoglander, Podkolzin. That's 9 already. Then you bring back Lammikko and Highmore. That's 11. I think Lockwood is 12. And then maybe any other new free agents. So I'm not sure Chiasson makes your top 12 if everyone is healthy. So we shall see. T-Dot, let's keep it clean. Thank you, Justin, for taking care of it. I'm not sure where T-Dot is coming from. Generally, T-Dot is quite mature. So I'm not sure if he was or she was hacked tonight or trying to be funny. But to answer your questions, no and no. Okay. Thank you, though, for, Justin, for taking care of that. I do scan the messages, even though I said I wouldn't. And Justin, thank you for being, and thank you to all moderators for doing what you have to do. So there was a story about Alex Chiasson, and like I said in my vlog, and I still stand for it, stand by it. I don't think he will actually get a contract with the Canucks. I think it's time to look at some other younger players. The second story, and a very sad story, is Brock Besser's father passed away at the end of last week. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I didn't do a vlog dedicated to it, but I mentioned it in one of my other vlogs. And we know the story of Brock Besser's father, Duke, battling many things, including Parkinson's and most recently dementia. Remember the heartbreaking media availability that Besser did earlier this month that got a lot of attention. And you guys know that I lost my father. It's been 17 years now, 18 years, pretty crazy actually. 2004. My late father, Larry, who, as you guys know, I consider my hero, my mentor, and the one who introduced me to the Vancouver Canucks and Vancouver Canucks fandom. So it's always sad to lose a parent, obviously it's always sad to lose any family member. And the fact, though, anytime it's a father and anytime it's hockey related, then it does give me pause and it gives me a chance to reflect and be thankful for everything that my dad and I experienced together. So that was a big story. And then Linus Karlsson. Linus Karlsson is the prospect that we got when we traded Jonathan Dahlen to the Sharks, but that was after we traded Alex Burrows to Ottawa for Dahlen. So it was Alex Burrows in 2017 for Jonathan Dahlen, and then 2 years later, 2019, we traded Dahlen to San Jose for Linus Karlsson. Some people thought it was a step down, but Karlsson had a really good year, was the SHL Rookie of the Year, so maybe he starts next season in Abbotsford. So with guys like him and Baines and other young players, we're not completely bare. We want to be a bit stronger in the prospects, but there are some, Aidan McDonough, there are some potential decent players in the pipeline for the Canucks, at least from a forward standpoint. Lastly, what I was going to say about obviously the horrible tragedy in Texas with the senseless shooting of, I believe it was 17 students and 2 adults, right? Or was it 19 students and 2 adults? Regardless, very, very sad. Obviously, my prayers, been spending a lot of time praying for those kids and their families. Senseless. And grade 4, and that's many people have kids in grade 4, or they have siblings in grade 4, family members. I know that's the year that's the grade level that my wife Gail taught for the past 5 years. So whatever connection you have to students in grade 4 in Texas, or just overall your connection to humanity, very, very sad and very, very tough week overall. Okay, thanks you guys. They're 10 minutes in, so I kind of hit my target. I will get to your questions already. And for everyone asking, yes, let's go Canucks and hockey related. Save the NBA for later. So let's go Canucks and hockey related. We have Ask Me Anything in half an hour. But to answer your question, I did pick the Warriors and the Boston Celtics at the very start. I did a confidence pool, an NBA one, just like I did my NHL one. And then I have picked Golden State and Boston from the very start. So I'm happy, and I think Golden State will win. Okay. Peter, did you know that this Saturday last week was the 8-year anniversary of Jim Benning announced as Canucks GM? Peter, I did know that because I wrote a song for him when he came. It was to the tune of the Beatles' Let It Be. It was me and Marie. I called it Jimmy B. And it was pretty good, actually. If you want to look that one up, it was, like I said, it was me and Marie doing Beatles music. So yes, I did remember that it was the 8-year anniversary. Fangirl, hi Clay. When is the schedule for next season, before or after the draft? It's always after the draft. It's not till usually September, usually August or September. So it'll be after the draft. Fangirl. Before or after the draft? Jaskrin says 1 month or so before. Yeah, I think, Jaskrin means 1 month or so before the actual season starts, not 1 month before the draft. Dogwood, do you think the recent shootings will be the one that finally gets gun control? I'm going to save that, Dogwood, to 10:40. So if you ask me during Ask Me Anything, I will answer it then. Any thoughts on Mark Messier era for the Canucks? It was very underwhelming. And it wasn't just Messier. We had a really good team when he was here. Bure, McGillney, Naslin, Linden. I think it was just no chemistry on that. It was a big disappointment. No chemistry on that team. Thoughts on the comments of Rutherford on JT and Bo? Jaskrin, I probably should get to that, considering that's how I named this particular stream. Not a surprise. I think they're likely more confident in signing Horvat than they are signing Miller. Obviously, both players strong centers. Horvat is your captain. Horvat will likely come in at lower cap hit, and Miller will fetch more on the trade market. So I will say this, the Rutherford always speaks very openly, very honestly, with a lot of transparency. So it didn't really surprise me that he was so forthcoming. And he didn't say he didn't want Miller, but he did say he has said it's got to be a number that makes a lot of sense. So no surprise with what he said, for sure. Hey, Rosero. Peter, with Rutherford's comments, do you believe that last season was Miller's last as a Canuck? Possibly, but I also think they could probably start the season with him and then move him at the trade deadline. But yes, there's also the possibility of moving him during this offseason as well, especially if negotiations aren't going that well. But you don't want to tip your hand to the market as well. I lied. Do you see Edmonton or Carolina being Colorado, Tampa for the finals? Nope. I've actually predicted, just like you. I don't know if yours been from the very start, but I predicted Colorado versus Tampa from the very beginning, and that's the way that I still think it is going to go. Who is the most underrated player in the NHL? Oh, that's tough. I always see whether it's Robertson in Dallas or even Quinn Hughes, I think, in Vancouver. There's a lot of players that don't get a lot of love or simply don't get a lot of attention. The most underrated overall, that is so tough to say. Yeah, that's very tough to say. Whether you go goaltender, defenseman, that's really tough. I'm so biased or colored by the players I see. I think someone like Podkolzin is very underrated, and he won't get any Calder Trophy votes because his season was kind of up and down, but I think he's gonna be someone that's gonna surprise a lot of people. Whether he's the most underrated, I don't know about that though, for sure. Justin Clay Jr. made some comments hyping up Bo as a player. While today on the HL Network, Bruce hyped up Miller. Do you see any continued tension between JR and Bruce and who's important to the team? Justin, great question, but no, I do not see any tension. We're blessed with a lot of good players between Miller, Besser, Horvat, Petey, Hughes, all those guys, Podkolzin. So I think it's their job to hype up their players, because whether you're moving Besser or you're moving Miller or whatever, you want to hype up these players and build up their value as much as you can. So I have no problem with any of those comments. I lie. If the Oilers get knocked out this round, but McDavid has the most points of playoffs, is there a way he wins the Smythe? Have they ever given a Conn Smythe winner to the trophy to a team that's not even in the finals, let alone the team that wins? I doubt it. So unless he's way ahead by 15 or 20 points, I don't think that'll happen. I just think it sets a dangerous precedence. And is he that much better than, say, a McKinnon or McCarr, for example, who will help win Colorado the Cup? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Great question, though. Jaskrin, thoughts on ever Petey trying to take the first line center position? Yeah, he'll get there eventually. And he'll get there, especially if Miller gets moved. So I think it's going to happen sooner as opposed to later. Should Cliff Ronning get Ring of Honor consideration? GL Rebirth. Consideration, yes. Is he at the same level as the guys that are up there? I'm not so sure, but when you mention that, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. But I don't see it happening if it hasn't happened just yet. By the way, there's 70 of you in here, which is awesome. Only 22 likes. Let's try and get that up to 30 or 35. That would be great. Edmund, I would pick Horvat over Miller, younger and safer. That is totally fair. I think that's the way the Canucks are going. Simon, just wanted to ask you about Spezza retiring from Toronto. Yeah, no surprise. His game has slowed down a little bit. Good veteran. I've seen some of the debate. I don't think he's Hall of Fame material, but he still had a really, really good season. Peter, forget the assets. Which team could use JT Miller? Any team. I actually think he'd be a good fit for any team. A stacked team that's up against the cap isn't going to be able to do it, but I think there are a lot of teams across the league that could use him. I think of a team even though he came from there, like the Rangers, who he's been linked to. I think if Pittsburgh loses Malkin, JT Miller could be a replacement. So you could basically go down almost the entire NHL, and most, not all, but most teams would have a use for a guy like JT Miller. Rosero, if the Canucks make a deep run, I'm fine with Miller walking after next season if we can't bring him back. That's fair. That's a lot of money that frees up for sure. For sure, Rosero. Fangirl, who do you predict our first game against? Probably a division rival like Calgary or Edmonton. Will it be home or away? 50-50. So hard to guess. But if you want me to guess, I'll say home against Calgary. Or home against Seattle. That'll be good. Justin, thoughts about Friedman reporting that the Canucks are willing to retain salary if it means more assets? Yeah, that's interesting, because they keep talking about wanting to create cap flexibility. So I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, Justin. Who's your favorite player from each NHL team? You have the time to name them. Yeah, no, Taylor, I don't have time to name them. I'd have to. Maybe that's a good topic for a video during the off season. But among my favorite players, I like McKinnon in Colorado. I've always liked Stamkos on Tampa Bay. I'm just kind of going with I do like Aho on Carolina. I'm just picking the teams that are there right now. For the Rangers, she don't really have a favorite player on the Rangers. For Edmonton, I do like McDavid, obvious. And then I do like players throughout the league. I like a lot of players that are on my, like I like Nick Backstrom on Washington. I like Philip Forsberg on Nashville. So there's a few. I've named about a quarter of the league there. Peter, would you be willing to give Miller that $8-9 million contract for 4 or 5 years? Yeah, I would, but no more than 5 years. What did JR say about Horvat and Miller? Basically, he said for Miller that they're going to try their best to sign him, but it's got to be at a number that makes sense, and they have to listen to offers. And for Horvat, it was more like, we've already started talking with his agent, and we want to get something done. So that was the slight difference in a nutshell. Lieb, I'm cheering. I don't really care, actually, who wins between the Warriors and Boston. For my pool, I want the Warriors because I think I gave them more points, but I would like to see Boston make a good series out of it for sure. Will BX get Ring of Honor considerations? Great question, Fangirl. Is he as good as Olin? No. Are there other defensemen up there right now? I think Harold Stamps is up there. Yeah, I think he might get consideration for sure. Jack, what would be a good contract for JT? In my opinion, Miller wants cash in long term, so 7.5. Yeah, that's not getting it done, Jack. His number starts with an 8 at least, I think. Yes, better to trade a player early than late. Edmund, I do think Myers is most likely to get traded over OEL. Yeah, if I had to pick between those two, I would too. It gives you a chance to beef up that right side. Miller for Nylander from Toronto. I don't know. Oh, Nylander is good. He gets trashed a lot, but he's got that big contract. But I guess that's what we're looking at signing Miller for. Interesting. I have to think about that one. Braden. Yeah, Braden Point's a good player. Miller for Matthews. Shannon, I would love Matthews on my team. I don't think Toronto makes that trade. Mott is my favorite player. Oh, very good, Trevor, of course. What return would be acceptable for someone if someone wanted Podkolzin? Oh, gosh. I think Podkolzin is going to be a great top 6 player. So I think you want a top 6 player back for sure. At least. Fangirl, do you think Bester will sign with the Canucks before his qualifying offer? Or will he sign? I don't think he'll sign him for a different team. So I think he's either going to sign the 7.5 or the Canucks are going to sign him before that. But Rutherford did say that they have modeled a way where a 7.5 million cap hit would be doable. Not preferable, but doable. Bruce, if BB had a bad year and blamed it on the health of his dad. Oh, sorry. If Brock had a bad year and blamed it on the health of his dad, what is the year going to be like now that his dad passed away? Bruce, my gut feeling and my hope was that he'd use it as inspiration. And yes, you're sad that you don't have your dad, but it releases you of the burden of having to worry. Now you can just pray for him and hope he's in a better place. But I actually think we'll see a more relieved and a lighter burden Brock, quite frankly. Paul, hi Clay. Hello, Paul. When or if the Canucks re-sign Horvat, what do you think his contract will be? Oh, I think it'll be 5 or 6 at a number that around 7. That's my guess. I don't see him making more than Petey, who's making 7.35. Edler or Bieksa? Edler, I think was better. Miller for Jack Hughes. I would do that in a heartbeat. Edmund. If Miller gets traded, do you think it'll be done at the draft? My instincts, the Canucks may do something at the draft. Possibly, Edmund. So hard to say. With this management group, they're very open, but they're very guarded when it comes to their transactions. So we'll see. Justin, was the playoff series versus Edmonton the worst we have ever seen Markstrom play? It was pretty rough. And did it come out? I know Tanev was injured. Did it come out that he was injured or no? He just had a bad series. Jack, if they would trade Miller, when would you predict the time? Before the draft or after free agency? Jack, my guess, well, you do it early. You know what you got, but you want to also build up. Some would say you want to build up his value throughout the season. Maybe he leads you to a playoff spot and you don't trade him after all. Or maybe now's the time to strike. Because he might not have another 98-point season or whatever. It's so tough to say. I have a feeling it happens after the draft, though, during the season. I really do. Shannon, can someone tell me the Mott? Yes, that is the same Mott. We traded him at the trade deadline. Shannon. Caulfield for Pods. That would be interesting. I like Cole Caulfield's speed and skill, but I really like what Colson brings for sure. Peter, thoughts on the Rangers trade offer that was reported? Lundqvist, a first, and another young player. Yep, not enough. Glad the Canucks didn't do it. Yes, no more suffering for Duke. Exactly, Jaskrin. Dooley Brock will get 30 to 40 goals next season. I think 30, but not 40. Bruce says Miller and Pullman for New Jersey. Second pick overall, Luke Hughes and Zaka. I don't know if New Jersey does that because Pullman isn't that good. I think they want something more. Justin, Canadians will make a splash during the draft. They have 14 picks this year and could move up speed. Yeah, and most importantly, create some buzz in their hometown, home city. Good point, Justin. Do you think Edler gets his jersey retired? No, I don't see him at the same level as the 6 guys that are up there right now. Tan have a shoulder injury. Edmund Alvin seems quieter compared to Benning, but I'm glad Jim Rutherford is willing to speak to the media. Yeah, he's very, very transparent. 6 months for Tanev. Crazy. Marjorie, hey, hope your school year went well. Say hi. This is one of the only channels that makes me feel welcome in the Canucks community. Well, Marjorie, you're always welcome here. I know that you always have very productive contributions, but regardless, even if you're just watching without typing anything, you know that you are always welcome here. And I have a connection with you because I think you and Jacob are the same age. So I totally respect all the hopes and dreams you may have as a young 18 or 19-year-old Yet, yeah, you have the whole world ahead of you. Yet it's a crazy time to be an 18 or 19-year-old. Eli, do you think our team could play the stifling style that's brought Tampa success? Both teams are smaller and skill oriented. Yeah, but I don't think we have as much skill as Tampa does right now, especially in the bottom six. Jaskrin, both the Battle of Alberta and Florida did not do well. I agree. Yeah, T-Dot, that's two more timeouts. I think Justin, one more goofy comment from T-Dot, and you can go ahead and ban him for... no, that's a little harsh. I'm all about second or I guess it would be third or fourth chances. Keep timing them out. That's fine. Thank you, mods, especially Justin for taking care of that. Yeah, T-Dot, I don't know what's gotten into you today. You generally have pretty good contributions. Okay, let's keep on going. Who do you think will win Game 7? Rangers, Carolina? Carolina. I need them to win for all my pools too. Fangirl, which injury hurt the Canucks more? Malhotra's eye injury, Raymond's back injury, or Hamhuis? I think Hamhuis' hip. Malhotra was good, but he tried to play through it. Raymond's back injury, yeah, he got hit by Boychuk. But I think Hamhuis, anytime you lose a top 4D, that's tough. That's tough. And T-Dot, to answer your question, yes, they do. Jack's 19 as well. Nice. We got a bunch of 18, 19-year-olds. Justin Cristana dislocated his shoulder. Played the series with Edmonton with a torn labrum, separated shoulder, and sprained neck. Wow. What a warrior. What a warrior. Simon, where do you think proper Broski is going to go from Florida? Huh? Where do you think Sabrowski is going to go from Florida? He'll stay there. He'll stay there. He's not a free agent, is he? I don't think he is. Isn't he signed for like a long time? I'm pretty sure he is. He is not going anywhere. Jasper's only 15. All right. Marjorie, are you planning on getting season tickets again? Yes, we've renewed. In fact, I may get a chance to upgrade. I'm not sure if we will, though. My partner, Mike, likes where we sit. Peter, with the way Markstrom played in the second round, do you think it was smart that the Canucks chose Demko? Yeah, even at the time, I would say it made sense because you have to think Demko was coming off a strong performance in the bubble. Markstrom has shown a tendency to get injured once in a while. And more importantly, you knew that you had to save money. And if you, in your head, think that Markstrom and Demko are equal back 2 years ago, even if you think Markstrom's a tiny bit ahead of Demko, but Demko has the potential to be better than Markstrom, then you make that move 10 times out of 10. So I'm glad they did what they did. And I'm not just saying that because Demko's been so good. Edmund, no, you don't need to know what T-Dot is saying. There's a reason why Justin's catching it and deleting it right away. As a Canucks fan, what's my favorite moment? A few, but I was in the arena when Burrow slayed the dragon. I was in the arena when BX took the puck off the stanchion. So those are two. And then I was in the arena for the Sedin's final home game. So all three of those would be my favorite moments. Hello, Sieta. It's nice to see you. Peter, why do you think Canucks lost to Boston considering they're up 2-0? Boston was healthier. They were more confident and they got better goaltending. Oh, Marcus, congratulations on doing your Ironman. That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations, Marcus. Shannon, everyone is just puppies compared. Your birthday is on June 5th. Well, we're going to have to dedicate next Sunday's live stream to Shannon. Then Shannon, that's awesome. Justin, thanks to the other mods for that help. Was typing my question and noticed it too late to time. Oh, yeah. Sorry, if it was more people than just Justin, thanks to all moderators. That's why we have a team. Yeah, if Bergeron retires, Bruce, great point. They'll be looking for a center as well, for sure. Jack, when is the new schedule released? Not till late August, early September. For sure, Jack, and you guys, you know that I sell tickets. Peter, going back to Demko with the way he played versus Vegas, why did Green went to Hopi at the beginning of the 2021 season? Yeah, because great question. As good as Demko was, he was still relatively unproven in the regular season. I know it seems silly to say now. And Hopi was coming in with a good pedigree, and it's almost like I don't think they brought Hopi in to be Demko's backup, even though that's how it turned out to be. They brought Hopi in to compete with Demko. So I believe Hopi and Demko split split basically the first 10 or 12 games, if I'm not mistaken, last season. Jasker, Sedin's jersey retirement game was great, but didn't Markstrom save 49 shots for the shutout? Yeah, it was a great game. They won, for sure. For sure. Fangirl, most surprising guest, Sedin's retirement ceremony. Maybe not one of the players, but some of the executives, for sure. Noticing Gillis was there, right? Yeah, that was good. Was Brian Burke there? I can't even remember now. See that you might have talked about this already, but who do you think takes Game 7? Yeah, I did talk about it, but very briefly. I hope it's the Hurricanes for my pools, but it could go either way. But I think it'll be the Hurricanes. Marcus, using his 7-month chat message, which UFA do you want us to sign the most? Well, there are a lot, but realistically, with the money and our need, I would be fine, honestly, with like a Colin Miller, a Calvin DeHaan, someone in the late John Klingberg, someone in the late 20s, early Josh Manson, anyone that could beef up our right side of D. That's what I'd be happy with for sure. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at something. T-Dot trying to be funny or get under my skin. Peter, what's most likely to happen with PD winning the Art Ross, Quinn winning the Norris, or Brock winning the Rocket Richard? Oh, I think all those have an outside chance of happening. I don't think PD ever is going to be the highest scorer. And I don't think maybe if I had to pick one of those, Quinn winning the Norris, quite frankly. Jack, my list for next year is Colorado, Tampa, New Jersey, and New York teams. Yeah, those I think will be in high demand for sure. Taylor, T-Dot on some most out of pocket. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Hello, Brian. Hey, Steve. Jaskrin, I wanted Rangers to win because of Mott for the sake of your pool. Yeah, don't worry about my pool. You cheer for who you want to cheer for, Jaskrin. It'll be nice to see Mott make it to the next round though as well. Hey Brian, oh you must be loving this. Oh, unless you're a Canucks fan, I know, but are you gonna be cheering for Edmonton? Trochik and Patrick. Oh, that's good. Burn from Germany. Love always comes in about half an hour in, and I know catches up. Clay, do you enjoy the Oilers win over the Flames? Yeah, even though I picked Flames in my pools, they're my least favorite team, so I was fine with it. Have you noticed that Finland has beaten Team Canada in World Cup in Finland? Yes, we were talked about that earlier. That was an exciting game, actually, for sure. Yeah, that's a good point, T-Dot. That's a good point, Jaskrin. If T-Dot is hacked or someone's using his name or her name, that's why we're not going to ban him or her from the channel, just in case. Rather, we just continue to time out those messages, delete those messages and time them out, and then we'll figure out next time. Peter, what's your least favorite Canucks game you attended or watched last season? There are a couple stinkers. I know the home opener was kind of disappointing. We lost to Minnesota. Yeah, there are a couple stinkers, but there are more memorable ones. Calgary, Toronto, others. Yeah, I'd have to really think about that one. Maybe one of the Spencer Martin games too, not because it was bad, but because they were so low scoring. But that one wasn't a stinker. Yeah, tough to say, Peter. I had to think about that one. Brian doesn't care who wins. See, which team has surprised you most this playoffs? Well, right now it's Edmonton. It's got to be Edmonton. I had them losing in the first round to the Kings. Peter, Canuck should add you, Clay, to any Miller trade package to get more and more assets returned. That's fine, Peter. I'll take one for the team. If you want to get rid of me, then does that mean I have to vlog about whatever team I'm traded to? But thank you for the affirmation. Will, hi Clay. Has there been any reports on what teams are interested in trading for Miller? Well, supposedly the Rangers last year. No, don't know just yet. They're going to keep all that stuff pretty close to the vest. Justin, I haven't won the Lotto Max yet to provide females. Oh yeah, I saw the exchange with UNC edits. Lucas, using his 17 months. Yes, because I started membership back in January of 2021. So it would make sense that this is 17 months now. No, Lucas, get here when you need to get to, for sure. Well, I've actually caught up. I'm kind of racing through, but I hate it when I fall 5 or 7 minutes behind. So I'm going to keep trying to keep up with all of the comments. Jack C. Edits is threatening to sell Justin's address. Jack, Clay, what happens first? Humans start living on Mars or Leaf Stanley Cup? I know where you're going with that, but if I have to be realistic, the Leafs winning the Stanley Cup, but that's pretty funny. Fangirl, when Aquilini traveled with the team for a bit, do you think he was doing interviews for the jobs of GM and head coach? Who knows what that guy does? But very potentially, or at least he was having more in-person meetings with people. I don't know. That's a good question. I wouldn't put it past him. Peter, considering his track record, do you think Benning would give Miller 7 years for $9 million in a heartbeat? I would hope that Aquilini would have the wherewithal to say that's a little too much, but you never know with the way that Benning extends. But, I will say Benning was generally pretty good about extending his own players. You think of guys like Horvat and Besser and Hughes and Petey. Those were fine, actually. It's when he signed UFAs new to the team, I think that's where he got in trouble, i.e. Myers. GL Rebirth, if Flames offer Canucks what they want for assets, Miller, would you do it? If the Flames offer the Canucks what they want for assets, yeah, because you're going to lose. Yeah, you hate to trade a division rival, but if it means better than losing Miller for nothing, of course I would do it. Nice, Marcus. Free pair of Subaru sunglasses. Nice. Lucas, Clay, this was regards to what I discussed. Yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you, Lucas. Good luck. Marjorie, can you predict the lineup for the first Canucks game of the season? Oh, man. It's so hard to predict because we don't know who they're going to sign as free agents. But I'll try. Demko and Martin in net. I think your left side is Hughes, OEL, and Rathbone. Your right side is, let's say, John Klingberg with Shen and Dermott. Up front, you're still going to have Miller, Petey, Besser, Horvat, Pearson, Garland, Dickinson, Lamico, Highmore, Lockwood. So that's 10 already. I think I'm missing someone. Petey, Horvat, Besser, Miller, Pearson, Garland, Podkolzin, Hoglander, Dickinson, Highmore, Lamico, Lockwood. There's my fake lineup for the opening night. C-Edits, what's your expectation for the Canucks next season? Do they make a deep run? Depends what your definition of deep is. C-Edits, very truly. I do think they make the playoffs. I think they finish between 95 and 100 points. I really do. Marcus, I also got free pizza. I ate 7. Well, after Iron Man, you can eat as much as you want. That's impressive. Shannon, and congrats again, Marcus. That's really impressive. Shannon, I think the way the money in the cap, we need to give a lower price for Miller or trade him to a team with a good cap space. Yeah, for sure. But you don't want to get hosed, for lack of a better term, on the deal. So very tricky to do. Franco, do you think OEL's contract will be the one that hurts the team long term? Yeah, it's not the best. It reeked of desperation from Jim Benning for sure. But if Connor Garland has a really good season, it makes it look a lot better. Byrne, is it more about Miller's salary or more about his age and quality to trade him? It's actually both. I think you have to, it's a both and, not an either or, Byrne. You have to look at what he thinks he's worth and his age, quite frankly. You can't look at them independently. Jasper and Clay, I might get hate, but I actually like the Leafs players. That's fine. No, they have some really good players. I don't think anyone's going to hate you. Justin, using a 17-month membership message. That's a lot of M's there. How excited are you for your trip to Sweden? Very excited. Any nerves in for you and Jacob? No, Jacob's practicing right now. In fact, if he's still practicing when I'm done at 11, I'm going to try and join him. Can we members expect a vlog or a video, some kind of showing your surroundings? Oh, yes. I'm going to do some membership stuff. I'm going to do some stuff on the channel. Maybe I'll become a travel vlog for 2 weeks. I still got to figure all that out. But we'll see. I'm sure using my luck, some massive Canuck stories will break when I'm out there. With the time change, we'll figure out like live stream times and everything. I have a roommate, like another dad, so I don't want to be streaming like really early or really late. So we'll figure it out. Those 2 weeks, I'm just going to have to ask you guys to be very flexible and understanding. See edits, Justin stealing your questions. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Next part up in the next 2 minutes so we can get to Ask Me Anything. Jasker, the rumors next season might be a step back. I could see it happening, especially if they trade Miller for younger players. Yeah, you lose a good player like Miller, it could very well happen. Peter, since Demko played 64 games past season, Martin playing the way, do you see Demko playing 50 games plus games or lower? No, I think you're split. You want to go 2/3, 1/3 is 55-27. So you want to do something like that. Lucas, thank you for the donation. Your CCC crew, you're going to hear from me first. This project I'm developing right now will be a massive game changer. I am intrigued. Thank you for the donation, Lucas. See edits. Okay. Good. I'm caught up. That's awesome. It's 10:40. Let's go to Ask Me Anything now. And yes, if you did leave me a question from my Ask Me Anything last night, or throughout the day, I'm going to record it either tonight if I don't go bowling or tomorrow night if I do go bowling, if that makes sense. So if you left it on my community tab, I will still answer it as part of my vlog. So let's go to non-hockey related questions after I answer this one from Brian. Do you think that Austin will get traded from the Leafs? No, he is going to be a Leafs for life. He's a franchise player. How's the bowling going? Will, thank you for asking. Our team is not going to make the A side, so we're not going to make the top 8. We're going to be one of the bottom 10. And my bowling has improved a lot this season. I'm 10 pins up on average now. I'm at 168, 169. No, I'm sorry. I'm 10 pins up from 2 years ago. So I probably brought my average up another 4 or 5 pins. So I'm very confident. I got to be more consistent, but I like how it's going. Thank you for asking. Jasper, are the live streams back to regular schedule? Since the last couple of weeks, they were off. Yes, for the most part, there will be Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, Wednesday, except this Wednesday, as you see, because it's the first Wednesday of the month, it'll be members only. It'll be members only this Wednesday. But yes, back to normal as much as I can. But as you know, Jaskrin, you know this as a teenager, life happens. When is Canada's Memorial Day? We don't have one that's like yours that you had this past weekend. Or you're having this weekend, or did you have last weekend, I should say. The closest that we would have to that would be our Remembrance Day, which you have Veterans Day as well in November. Favorite part of Hamilton yesterday, and did it live up to the hype? It almost lived up to the hype, fangirl. It was good. I was a little bit tainted by what I've seen on Disney Plus, but I once I got that out of my mind, no, I really enjoyed it, and I really liked. I really liked any time that Burr, Hamilton, John Lawrence, Hercules Mulligan, and Lafayette were singing together. I thought the guys harmonized really well. So any of those type of songs, and I really like the Helpless Satisfied combo as always. I like Wait For It as well. Clay, what's your favorite go-to snack? Unfortunately, it's Pepsi is my favorite go-to drink, although I'm drinking water right now. And if sushi is my favorite go-to meal, my favorite snack, I do like to snack. If I snack wise, it'd be sour soothers, or it would be ketchup chips, or it'd be caramel popcorn. Yes, all very healthy. I am better at real bowling than Wii bowling, although I do have one perfect game in Wii bowling, but not in real bowling. Thoughts on the Sasha Banks and Naomi situation? I like Banks. I think she's talented. I think she's so good, but I think she is got a bit of an ego, and she's got to remember who the employer and who the employee is in this situation. So I don't have any sympathy for them. No problem. Thanks, Marcus. Steve, the Canucks should try to sign Ryan Reeves. Yeah, I know. Is he best days past him? What's your master's in? Pastoral theology from the Augustine Institute in Colorado, in Denver. Yes. So I'm 7 courses in, 5 more to go. Jasper and Clay, can you buy me food? I'm hungry. No, go to your fridge and make something. See edits. Any plans made for sightseeing in Sweden? Yeah, no, see edits. Great question. I got the schedule, Jacob's schedule. We're basically at the bowling alley every single day, except for a day or two here and there, which is but we're going mostly for that. I'm going to try and sneak away on a day where he's not bowling. So there are 2 days in the 10-day tournament where it's just female bowling. It's the girls on the team. I think Jake will be expected to watch, but I don't think I'm expected to watch as the dad of one of the male bowlers. So I'm going to see what I can do on day trips. Obviously, I'm not going to go away for more than 24 hours or more than 18 hours. So we'll see, where the Sedins were born. You guys might see my tweet. It's too far. It's a 12-hour drive away. So I might take a 1-hour train ride to Copenhagen and see Denmark actually, or maybe another town in Sweden. We will see. Great question. Lucas Clay, do you plan to go to a Warriors game next season? Yeah, I'd like to, but admittedly it's not high on my priority list. Fangirl, by the way, if you like Hamilton, you like In the Heights. Yes, I saw that one in the theater, Fangirl. Geo Rebirth, do you consider yourself quite handy with house maintenance? No, I suck. I can figure things out with it. I can follow like manuals or YouTube videos, but I'm not naturally inclined to think. So I've done small things like I fixed the kitchen carburetor by using a broom handle and just really cranking it. Saved a family some money that way. But a lot of things that I think a lot of, not just men, a lot of people could do. I'm not the best at it. So Gail and I usually are a tag team, but my boys are even worse than me. So it's not the best. Great question. Bruce, how's the golf game going? Have you played a round yet? If so, what do you shoot? I've only played 1 round this season, Bruce. I shot a 108, so it's not great, but I felt pretty good for a first round, and I got some new used clubs that I can't wait to try out, but haven't gone recently. Simon, when you interview someone, if it's a male or female, does it matter who it is and what personality you like? Nope. Male or female, it doesn't matter. Generally, it's more males just because they dominate the industry more. The hockey media industry, and I like anyone that's open, that trusts me to ask questions and lead them through the interview. Good question, Simon. Lieb, do you think these playoffs are kind of boring? No, I've been okay. It's been okay. I think this next series is gonna be great between Colorado and Edmonton. What's your favorite TV show? Criminal Minds, and when it was on, now The Blacklist. Jasper and Clay, I still want a Melody Martin times Canuck Clay collab. I love to see both buff. Yes, we should. We could do a song about how both teams came in the league at the same time and have not won a thing. Okay, I will get on that, Jaskrin. Ketchup chips for the win. Yes. Favorite candy? Yes. In fact, I just had some Sour Patch Kids before I pressed go today, Matt. I like Sour Patch Kids for sure. Lord of the Rings or Star Wars? Haven't seen a single Lord of the Rings, and I've seen only the 3 original Star Wars. I'm brutal, so let's go Star Wars. Shannon, how is Mickey doing? Charlie says meow. Hi, meow, Mickey. Mickey says, hi, bark, Charlie. And he is doing very well. Always fun. I love him. Just turned 4, you guys know. Ketchup chips are the GOAT. So are you, C-Edits. Steve, hey, Clay, are you a fan of Hook Holston? Hook is Taz's son. Yeah, I have not seen him. I presume you're talking about a wrestler. I have not seen him yet. Justin, now you want some good. Simon, how's your hockey going? Have you scored much hockey goals? Our team's good. We're 5-2 in our league. Oh, we lost yesterday. I was at Hamilton, so I couldn't play, but they didn't lose because I wasn't there. Let's just say this. I'm a good team player. I work my butt off, but I'm not the most skilled player. I had my consecutive game goal streak of 2 brought to an end. I ripped one off the post, though, off a nice one-timer. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it very much, and I'm playing a lot smarter than I used to, putting myself in less dangerous positions. Favorite 80s movie? Ooh, 80s. 80s. Is Coming to America late 80s? Then I'm going Coming to America. Ketchup Doritos. Yes, those are good. Jasker, do you typically go to Canucks Flames, Canucks Bruins? Canucks Flames, yes. Canucks Bruins often sell. But it depends on scheduling for sure. Well, I'm going to rip through the next few. Go to the Vasa Museum in Stockholm. Thank you, Jarhead, for that advice. Have you ever had a sprained ankle? Yep. Yeah, because I play a lot of volleyball. Any big plans for the channel between 9 and... Justin, I'm going to try and do a giveaway and announce some cool things for 9K. And then an all-out assault. I got to think of a better word. Attack on... That's even worse. On 10K for sure. But yeah, I think I definitely have big plans. I think Jason Lim will be a big part of those plans as well. Oh, Garburator. Denmark, Tivoli Gardens. Thank you. Michael, not doing any more Canucks questions, but really quickly, I think Myers, maybe Oyel, no. Greg, yeah, you got to come at 10 o'clock next time. Celtics or Warriors? I think Warriors are going to win. What's a food you're scared to try, if any? Anything that they eat on Survivor would scare me. Raw, moving. Yeah. But I'm not afraid to try anything that's cooked. Although this is a guy who eats a lot of sushi. Why is that a hint for later this week? It's Edmund. Did you watch All or Nothing? No, I just read about it. McFinals, indeed, Greg. Ellie Women's Hoops. Does she even do vlogs anymore? I don't know. I know she took a break. Brian, are you planning to go to any Lions games? We'll see, Brian. I've lost a little bit of interest. What position do you play in hockey, Matt? I play park my butt in front of the net. No, I play forward. Siedetz, you're the GOAT, Clay, not me, the legend founder of the GLCPC. Thank you, Siedetz. You're a big part of this community for sure. Coming to America, June 26, 1988. Very good. So that is my 80s movie. Justin, the Die games are coming up soon. If you please. Oh, very good. Oh, sorry, not the Die. Sorry, the door. The Dull. Ordle, Gordo, and Wordle. Bern, do your family like to go on longer tours by bike? We did a 60-mile tour last Friday. Nice. No, 4 of the 5 of us have bikes. 3 of the 5 of us are good bicyclists. I won't give away who's who. I'll save that for another stream. No, I'll just tell you now. Gail doesn't know how to ride a bike, and Sean can ride a bike, but he's not that proficient. Jacob and I are the better bike riders, and Kayla can ride too. Carol, that's Clay. How are you doing with your Juices subscriptions? Well, I don't subscribe to any Juice. I think that's YouTube subscriptions. Yes, I'm 24 away from 9,000. Actually, I'm checking on my app. I am 22 away. I'm at 8978 now, according to my app, which is cool. Hey, Seek, nice to see you. Yes, a fun tournament indeed. Peter, if I had a WWE gesture for when you score goals, which one you use? Well, tempted to use the crotch chop, but I don't think that's becoming of a Christian. So maybe after I scored a goal, maybe I do the ones. I don't know. That's kind of silly too. But I could say I'm pointing to heaven. No hints. Yes. No hints this week. Your dinner is still undecided. Okay. Perfect. Let's go. Let's do Gordo, Ordle, and Wordle. Let's start with Ordle. And like Justin said, and if you want to leave now, you can, because I'll be playing games for the next 5 to 10 minutes. But like Justin said, if you've played these already, don't mess it up for everyone else, because that just messes everything up for everyone else. And we don't want to do that. So let's start with Ordle. And yes, I agree, Carol. Don't forget to like this video. You know, this guy, obviously, he's got so much hair on one side of his head. His head's tilting. So, to me, that looks like a chase on. So I'll start us off with chase on. Okay. All I got was that he is Canadian and he's a right shot. He's younger than 31. He's smaller than 6'4". He's less than 208, and he plays in the Eastern Conference. See, this division and this team, that's important, but this is very important. So I will take the next Eastern. Oh, did you guys get it already? Maybe I should let you guys go first. Oh, but Spezza was indeed a very, very good guess. So center, Eastern Conference, Canadian, right-hand shot. Spezza was a bad guess, though, because he's way older than 31. But now we've actually got it down to a center in the Eastern Conference, and he's in the Metro Division. He's in the Metro Division because he's not in the Atlantic Division. So I hope all of that makes sense. He's in the Metro Division because he's not in the Atlantic Division. So what do we got next? Who's in the Metro? Lafreniere. But isn't Lafreniere bigger than that? And is Lafreniere a right-handed center? Okay, let's try it. There's a couple of people that are saying it. Okay. So, why did I guess that? He's not even a center. Okay. But we didn't learn a lot there. Metropolitan Canadian center, right-handed. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Oh, I've seen a few for Barzell. No, I can tell from the thing. Okay, so those are the 5 we know. Oh, actually, you know what's interesting? Look at this. We know this guy's small. He 6'4", 6'3", so he's smaller than 6'2", 6'1". He's less than 187 pounds. He's a center in the Metropolitan Division, and he's Canadian, and he's older than 25. So older than 25, right shot, but 6 feet or smaller. I've seen a few people say Rodriguez. Yeah, Pittsburgh's in the Metro, right? No, Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah. Wow. Good job. I think a few people actually said Rodriguez up higher, and I ignored it. Who said it first? It was Sikh said it one guess ago. So congratulations. So not bad. It's you can see we're 3 for 3. So good job with the Ordle. Thank you for honoring no cheating. Let's go to Gordo now. It's a 5-letter one. Back to 5 letters. Good job. I will take the first 5-letter name that I see in the chat. No, I don't, because if I don't like it, I'm not going to use it. So I'll take a 5-letter. Okay, we'll go see because you got it right. Let's go Mott then. Even though I don't like the double letter, but it's okay. Okay, so we know there's an O. So I'll take the next guess that has an O as the second letter. No, these are hockey players' names, so I don't think there's a guy named Piano. I think I know about that for sure. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for being here. So I'll take the next name that's got an O as the second letter. Cook. No, it can't be Cook because there's no E. Point. It can't be Point because there's no T. See it. So you like 2 minutes behind or something? You're congratulating us from something that happened 2 minutes ago. Although I still appreciate the congratulations. All right, guys, let's go. I need a name with an O as the second letter, but it has no T or no E or no M. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I like that one. Jasker, let's go Boldy. I like that. Hey, excellent. Excellent guess, Jaskrin, because we nailed the B, the O, and the Y. Excellent guess. Oh, it's got to be Bossy. I'm going to do this one. Yeah, and then 6 said at the same time. Very good. Mike Bossy. Nice. Nice. And look at that. We are so good. We are 36 for 36. Good job, guys. All right, last one is Wordle. The same. If you played Wordle already, do not play this one. And now I'll go to piano. Okay, not bad. We got the A. No, I appreciate the effort, Sienas. We got the A and the O. I know, Paul, audio is a good guess because it nails 4 of the 5 vowels for sure. All right, so I'll take the next word that's got an A and an O, but not in those particular spots. A and an O, but not in those spots. What do we got? Sorry, guys, I'm just checking something. I just realized that I can't fix it. Oh, well, I'll fix it later. All right, what else we got, my friends? Toast will work, Justin. Oh, Reaction Club, I hope you are doing okay. Glad that you are here. Yeah, no, I hope things get better for you for sure. And then I saw an arrow as well. Uh-oh. Okay, I've used why did I do toast? The A was already in the same spot. Not a waste, but I should have been better. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. Okay, so we know that the O is here. We know that the A is either here or here, but we need some good guesses here. We need some good guesses. Yeah, I just did arrow, Jordan. So now we need to get the A out of the second or fifth spot. What words end with OA? Probably not. I'm guessing that the A is here. But we don't have any of the consonants. We need a word with an L or a C in it. I'm guessing. Clado does not fit. Once we go L-A... What the heck's a bako? Is that supposed to be bacon? A hola? No, it can't start with an A. B-A-C-O. Oh, but we can't use the N. What's another word that is A-C-O? Samoa. No, we can't use the S. Baton. Oh no, we can't use the N. And we can't use the T. Steak. No, can't use the S and the T, you guys. You guys, pay attention to the previous guesses. D-A-L-O Salon, Dalon, Fallon, Gal. This is hard. What's the end? O-Y? Decoy? Decoy? No, we need a decay. No, can't be here. God, this is painful. Everyone watching is like, hurry up. I'm trying. We're trying. I'm playing too. I have no clue. C-A. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. The death of one of your favorite singers, Reaction Club. That stinks. That stinks for sure. Bayou. Jaskaran. Seek. Nice job. Both of you coming through. Well, you guys are good at this. So we are doing well with Wordle as well at 100%. So we haven't messed up any of these three games just yet. Although now that I've said that, I probably just jinxed us. Well, good job, friends. And thank you for not cheating, all you people. Oh, I think I just moved something that I wasn't supposed to. And thanks everyone for doing your best to play and to honor everything. So let's wrap up now. It is 11:05. So thanks everyone for being here as always. As you see on the screen, well, actually you don't see this on the screen. Tomorrow night it'll be Parker and me at 10 p.m. for Canucks After Dark. And then Wednesday will be June 1st, the first Wednesday of the month. So that will be a members only stream. So All-Star, Franchise, Hall of Fame, and Legend members. And then everyone can get together next Sunday once again, which will be Shannon's birthday as well. Okay, friends, this has been a lot of fun. I enjoyed talking to a lot of the Hall of Fame and Legends today. I enjoyed seeing, and I'll speak to the rest of you on Friday, and I'll be seeing a special member. Member sounds funny, but he or she is a member of this channel, so I get to see that person this Thursday. If that person wants to reveal him or herself in the chat, not show off that you're hanging out with me, but I can show off that I'm hanging out with you. That's fine. But if that person wants to remain anonymous, that is fine as well. Okay, for sure. Thank you. Moderators, you did a good job today, a very important job. I appreciate you. Thank you to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Van City Experts, Gassy Jack Art, and Monkey 9. Thank you to all members of all levels, Hall of Fame, Legend, what order am I going here? Franchise, and All-Star. I will either do my Ask Me Anything vlog right now for tomorrow, or I will do it tomorrow for Tuesday. I will figure that out in a second. Okay. And before you go, make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't subscribed already, I'm just doing my quick check right now. It is, I'm at 8978. So I'm 22 away. So hopefully I get to that 9,000 pretty soon. Hopefully before I get to Sweden, but we will see. And yes, subscribe and like this video on the way out. Leave a comment below and consider becoming a member. And as always, you can always leave a tip here or a donation here or a tip on any of my regular videos. Okay, friends, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And speaking of Sweden, where I'm going in 2 weeks, the CEO of IKEA, yes, has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Sweden. The CEO of IKEA, new Prime Minister of Sweden. And the very first thing he needs to do is assemble his cabinet. Yep. God bless, and go Canucks go.